Alright, we're back. In previous segments, we've managed to make some steady progress in the Mages Guild in the Imperial Legion, and we've completed the Pilgrimage of the Seven Graces in order to join the Temple. We've also gathered several of the ingredients that we're going to need for Imperial Cult quests. And in this segment, we're going to try to complete several quests in all four of those factions. The basic scheme is we're going to rapid travel to Vivec and Ebonheart to start some quests and turn in the ingredients. Rapid travel back, activate the Levitation Shrine in Vivec. Rapid travel back to Aldrun. We're going to swing around this way to hit 3 different quest locations. Recall back. Swing around in a little circle here to hit a few more quest locations. Travel back. Turn in some quests. Other points of interest along the way. While we're at Ghostgate to complete a quest, we're going to steal some glass equipment, which is going to be significantly better than any of the equipment that we currently have. It'll also allow us to use a glass chink blade to kill the scamp for the Hulin's Hut quest. So lots of good stuff. We're going to try to accomplish all of it while one charge of the shrine is active, since levitation makes so many things easier in this game. Before we get to any of the exciting stuff, I'm going to sell off some of this junk and gather 5 pieces of muck that mysteriously vanished from my inventory. I suspect it was a bug when I activated this shrine. But that's okay, there's some muck nearby that I can gather. Let's go ahead and get started. So here I don't need any of this because I'm going to replace so much of my equipment with glass, like I said before. I am, however, going to repair Boots of Blinding Speed and the Iron Warhammer, because those I'm going to keep. Only really care about this because it allows me to talk to people. So next I'm going to gather 5 pieces of muck and then head over to Aldrun. Perfect. From here I'm actually going to take the Silt Strider back to Aldrun instead of recalling, because whenever you use a Silt Strider or a boat, the time that you spend on it is treated as resting, so you get to recover these derived attributes. The only thing you can't do is level up, so that's a pretty valuable way of recovering these stats, so you're not just constantly chugging potions. While we're in Aldrun, I'm going to set up 3 things for future quests. First thing is I'm going to buy a book from this bookseller called the Red Book of Riddles, which we need for an Imperial Legion quest. Next I'm going to head over to the temple to turn in or complete the Pilgrimage of the Seven Graces quest and take first quest from this guy. And then last, I'm going to visit an alchemist at the Mages Guild in order to purchase a Potion of Rising Force, which we can use to activate the Levitation Shrine.
I see you. Hello.
Cool. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and teleport over to Vivec.
All right then, I'm listening.
And once we get to Vivec, I'm just going to run and swim over to Ebonheart in order to save some of my scrolls of intervention. So they'll potentially come much handier later. So, we've reached the Imperial Cult Chapel. three things we need to do here. One is join with this person. Next, we're going to turn in all of our ingredients to this guy downstairs, so Noli and Tunifus. Oops. So these guys in this quest are a little unusual in that whenever you open a dialogue with them, it'll automatically show the most important thing, which is either giving you a duty, asking you to report on your duty, or advancement. It does make it a little bit easier to navigate these. Basically, every time I open and close this,
You seem like very good company.
something good happens. Cool. So we're all done with this guy. And now he has given us enough advancement that we can take a quest from her. The Ring in Darkness. Some of these are potentially pretty useful. We're also going to start this guy's task. Chapel Limeware Bowl. So we're going to complete both of those on our loops with the levitation. Next, we're going to talk to Frald the White in the Legion Garrison to start a quest with him. I'm actually not 100% sure if it's strictly required to start these quests with people. Alright. In some cases, you can get away with just performing the quest without having talked to the person first, but since I'm so close to that guy anyway, there's no reason not to. So from here, I'm just going to head back over to Vivek and activate the Levitation Shrine. So we're here at the shrine again. In order to get as much value out of this as possible, I'm going to wait for my stamina to recover, and I'm going to ready the recall spell. So we head back over to Aldrin. I'm going to head out the door and then fly to Ghost Gate as the first stop into the journey. So here I'm looking for two things in particular. One is there's an NPC, Saren Sarethi, that I need to talk to complete the Courtesy quest. This is kind of a silly... It's a really dumb quest in that you're given a list of poems and riddles to answer. The answer is always the third one. But you only have that option available if you have a particular book in your inventory, which is why we bought it earlier. Cool. So we're done with that quest. Next, we're going to find this guy. I'm going to quick save here because we're going to use a bug to steal some stuff. We've talked about it before. Basically, if your head is touching the top of a cell, the game treats you as being out of bounds. Double check to make sure it worked, and it did. So I'll take those, and I want some of the stuff over here. Glass chink blade. I want this. Do I want the longsword? I'm not going to be able to sell it, and I'm not going to be able to use it, so I'll just ignore it for now. I'll talk to this guy and sell the stuff that I don't want. All of these. Keep this because it lets us talk to people in the Imperial Legion. Try to get a little bit more out of this. Perfect. So before I do anything else, I'm going to reset some of these guys. Glass Jink Blade, which we'll use to fight the Scamp. So number 4 is going to be... Actually, I want this from the inventory menu. The Boots of Blinding Speed. Number 5 is going to be... So not able to get the boots. In retrospect, I should not have gotten rid of my boots earlier. That was a small mistake. I thought I was going to be able to reach these. That's okay. It shouldn't matter too much. I'm going to quick save again. I actually don't know if it's possible to repair an item that I've stolen. Huh, okay. So we're done with everything that we want to do here. Next step is we're going to fly over to, what is the name of this? Namu, which is a cave here. I also forgot I want to assign some healing items. Take these guys. Now we're looking for the Cave of Namu, which should be somewhere nearby here. There it is. Perfect. We're going to ignore most of the enemies here, but we want to talk to this guy, who is secretly a god in disguise, and he gives you really good rewards if you give him a Scroll of Divine Intervention. Both of these are quite powerful. So next, we want to kill this guy to take a ring that he's carrying. We're just going to wait for him to run out of magicka, and then come in and hit him with a hammer a couple times. He should fall off, and sometimes he lands on here and takes a bunch of damage, other times he falls in the water. Unfortunately, he's standing right next to someone who's... Oh, I keep forgetting to take off the Boots of Blinding Speed. I'm an idiot. Heal up a little bit. Did he drown? No, he's still there. There he is. I'm going to fly away real quick to lure those guys away from the corpse. Fly back in to loot his body. Take your money and your ring. So next we're going to leave the cave and fly to our next quest location. I'm going to quickly check some of these boxes on the off chance that they have useful scrolls. We've gotten pretty lucky with that. The best scroll we can find is Ikash's Lock Splitter. But Ondusi's Unhinging is also pretty useful. Don't care about those. Take the money. Might be some crate. It's not worth it. And over this way. Oh, I gotta put it back on my keep the blinding speed. No wonder I was flying so slowly. Okay, so we're finished with that. Next, we are going to fly south to get to a Dwemer temple, or Dwemer ruin, called Nushalefting, which is kind of hard to find. So I'm going to open up a map on a different screen. So in theory, if I fly directly south, I should just barely catch the edge of it on the world map. But I do have some other landmarks somewhere around here. So I'm going to go a little bit east, or west rather. Oh, I got too much junk on me. I'll go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff. I had a feather effect that persisted from the pilgrimage of the Seven Graces. So, but it just ran out, so that's why that just happened. I'm gonna read these books, make sure I get any skills I can. These were given as rewards for the Imperial Cult quest that was completed earlier. Cool. Is there anything else that we can get rid of? Fortified willpower. Literally never going to use that. Get rid of the bargain health. That's not going to be particularly useful. Don't care about diseases. Don't care about paralysis. And we'll keep everything else. So if we happen to see Uvarith's grave on the local map, that's helpful. It means we're basically exactly on the right path. But if we don't see it, that's okay. Worst case scenario, if we overshoot it and we find Mount Cand, that's something that's guaranteed to pop up on the world map, and then we can use that to navigate. This region is very much devoid of useful landmarks. So let's see, got the lava river. Just comparing this to the map. So it looks like we're about 2/3 of the way there. So it should be right around here. Okay, so we found Mount Cand. Let's see here. Now where is... I'm looking at the other map right now to figure out the landmark for how to find... Why is this not showing me Mount Cand on this map? There we go. So it looks like we did overshoot it a little bit, but that's okay. So we want to go over one grid space and up one. So now if we fly north from here, we should be able to find Nushalefting. Here it is. Perfect. So we're going to make our way through here, complete this extremely difficult puzzle. And here I want to go right and then left to find this guy's corpse, which we will eventually need for a, oops, I just wrecked myself. We're eventually going to need that for a Mage's Guild quest. While we're here, I'm going to quickly see if I can find any scrap metal. Actually, that's pretty heavy, but yeah, I'll take this now. We're going to need that later for an Imperial Legion quest. So I'm going to drink some Restore Magicka potions. Just enough to allow me to use Recall again. So that completes the first loop. The second loop, let me just double check on my little notepad here. Second loop, we're going to go north to Margan, use the Jink Blade to kill a scamp. Then we're going to fly west to a place called Malkashishi to complete the Imperial Cult quest called Compassion. Then we're going to go southwest to a fortress called Barandus to grab a quest item called the Boots of the Apostle. Then we're going to fly south to Narmuk. And then we're going to call back to Aldrin. So we're going to visit 4 quest locations here. So first is Margan. Pull this up on the other map. Right now, we are in Aldrin. We want to fly directly north to get to Margan. Cool, so we've reached Margan. And now I need to go in here and kill a scamp. I'm going to take off the Boots of Blinding Speed so I can actually hit him. Try to get him to activate fleeing mode. Or I can just keep hitting him since he's paralyzed. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Somehow he knocked me down when I'm flying. That makes sense. Cool. Take his key. Open up this door, talk to this guy. So that finishes a quest for Edmund Elbert in the Mages Guild. Next step is we want to fly west and north to get to Maokashishi. Basically, we're going to fly west until we see the Rothan Ancestral Tomb, and then turn northwest from there. Okay, turn northwest, fly in a straight line. And that'll take us to the Daedric Ruin that we need to get to in order to complete the Compassion quest.
Unless you wish to challenge me, Breton, you should leave now.
That's pretty impressive. There we go. So now that that's done, the next step is we're going to fly southwest to Barandus, which is a Dunmer stronghold right around here. Looks like a good trajectory. So here are at Barandus. We're going to make our way down to the lowest level to find a quest artifact called the Boots of the Apostle. While we're here, I'm actually going to quickly look around to find any crates. Oops. Please don't murder me. So I'm not going to get any crates that way. Those crates are the only way to find a scroll called Akasha's Lock Splitter, which we will eventually need several copies of in order to bypass some hard locks. Take that. I'll take that. There's also another god hiding up here that we can get some good loot from. This blouse is potentially quite strong for us. And the skirt is also good. We don't need the shirt anymore. There should be some other loot around here somewhere. Not sure exactly where it is. Ah, here we go. Oh, I need to get a key from somewhere else in the cave. Let me go grab that first. This guy has a key. There's a corpse up here. I should take all of his security equipment. One of those chests will open for free, and the other one we can try to pick. Perfect. Excellent. Probably, yeah, we're not going to be able to open that. That's unfortunate. Okay, well that was uneventful. Maybe I can open this one. Thanks. A stick. Alright. So then from here, I'm going to fly down to Narmuk to complete another quest. Actually, before I forget, I'm going to assign my other pair of boots so that I can quickly swap between blinding speed and not blinding speed. So while we're here, we don't actually have this quest yet, but I'm going to take out these breeding netches. They'll be relevant for a quest later on. Of course, a cliff racer comes along to ruin the fun. Getting wrecked by these guys. Let's get some healing. There we go. So that's one of the breeding niches. And the other one should be... There it is. Cool. So next, I need to enter this shack in order to grab some stolen stuff. I'm going to quick save here because there's a very good chance that I'm going to get caught while trying to enter it. Huh, I was lucky. Take this for a quest. Just checking to see if there's anything useful in here. Alright, so next, I'm going to recall back to Alderaan, finish this quest. So we'll finish with that. Take the next quest. Gather Chimar Vimidium, and I'm going to head back to Vivek to return that. Oh, actually, while I'm here in Aldrin, I'm going to report to the temple to finish the Compassion quest. Whoops. Preserve the potion. Oh, I see here. Huh. Did I use a potion? Oh, I dropped it at some point. Whoops. Let's see if we can get some advancement while we're here. Take this quest. We're going to fast travel back over to Vivek. If we have enough levitation left, we can try to complete the quest in Saran while we're in the area.
Greetings. What exactly do you require of me? How can I help you?
So we're back to Vivek. First thing I want to do is talk to Sir Lanway. Weirdly,
what exactly do you require?
You actually get a disposition boost from her, even though you basically admit that you stole it from her. Doesn't really make sense. So next, I'm going to try to fly all the way to Saran from here. Which is directly northeast. I might be able to get that done in time. A quick save here in case I don't have time. I could just fast travel over there, but I like flying. So next we need to talk to this naked dude and convince him that he's not not the Nerevarine. So we're going to use Zenithar's Wiles, which we got as a reward from a previous quest, to improve his disposition. Cool, so we're finished with that quest. We'll fly back to Vivek.
I'm ready for anything. Go ahead.
Whoops, forgot to re-equip this. Restored the courtesy. Cool beans. See if, oh. Don't meet the requirements. Trader Hompdulf. Okay, actually, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to take that quest and complete it. I may end up just skipping that. But might as well take it now. And then I'm going to complete several of these quests in the Imperial Chapel.
Greetings, Breton. What can I do for you?
Go. Done with that. And I've got the first two quests for her. Cool. So, that's all we're going to be doing for now. To summarize this segment, we managed to complete quests for Mage Guild, Imperial Legion, Imperial Cult, and the Temple just by flying around all over the place. In the next segment, we're probably going to have to deviate from completing quests in order to improve some skills. because there are a few quest lines that are locked until you reach a particular rank, and those ranks typically require at least one skill of 50, which we don't have yet. So the next segment might be a little bit more boring, of just grinding to get skills, but that will be for next time.